money. And I'm gonna tell you something, if it happens to me, it could happen to you.
And it was women that set that up because they didn't like her swag and they were afraid that she was gonna steamroll them because they knew when it came to creating content that was a G.
I wish that Beyonce held off on this whole album until Prince, until this entire weekend kind of blew over.
Wendy Williams has finally spoken out on being targeted by none other than Jay-Z and Beyonce. And according to her, there's more to their relationship than meets the eye.
A legacy that, in my opinion, was mitigated, really over for the sake of sparing a legacy that was totally untrue.
Convinced they've used their influence to control narratives, silence critics, and, she alleges, come after her for speaking the truth.
Beyonce's pregnancy is a way of keeping Jay-Z's alleged mistress away. This is what I love.
But what's the real story behind Wendy's feud with Jay-Z and Beyonce? Are these two music giants as untouchable as they seem? Or has Wendy stumbled onto something they'd rather keep hidden? Let's find out. Wendy Williams has been all over the news lately. First, it was her health problems, then her money troubles, but nothing has gotten people talking as much as her rumored comment about Beyonce. Now, Jaguar Wright is jumping in saying Beyonce is such a master manipulator that she could totally wreck Wendy's career if she wanted to.
Excuse me, I just said I'm a fan, but we have to call a spade a spade.
The internet is blowing up with talk that Beyonce didn't get to the top without stepping on a few toes. Some sources claim she's either copied her competition or pushed them out of her way. And there are even rumors that big stars like her crush the dreams of rising artists by taking their work and paying them off to keep quiet. Normally, this might not be such a big deal, but this is Beyonce we're talking about, a superstar who's managed to keep a spotless image with her fans and the media.
Oh, Beyonce. Yeah, right? Thank you.
Being accused of using her influence to crush the dreams of smaller, up-and-coming artists is a pretty harsh allegation, and it's no surprise that many fans were quick to dismiss Wendy Williams' claims. They believe their idol, while not perfect, wouldn't sink to those kinds of tactics just to keep her spot at the top. But now, word has it that some insiders, including Wendy herself, have come forward with supposed receipts that might actually back up these claims.
The alleged woman over in allegedly Trinidad with the alleged 10-year-old alleged son, allegedly by Jay-Z, Beyonce's trying to keep up with her.
Known for her bold gossip show, Wendy has stirred up plenty of controversy by spotlighting Hollywood's elite, and she's recently gained even more attention for exposing high-profile secrets. But recent headlines hint that Wendy, too, may be facing a powerful backlash, similar to others who have dared to reveal industry secrets. Adding to the mix is Wendy's recent health battle. Last year, her medical team diagnosed her with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia, FTD, which they've confirmed have had a significant impact on her life. Whether her health issues and her outspoken nature will affect her future in the industry remains to be seen, but it's clear Wendy is facing challenges from all sides.
Wendy Williams always said she wanted to come back to daytime television, but she has an even bigger challenge than anyone would have imagined. We're learning that the former talk show host has been diagnosed with a form of dementia.
Despite all the challenges, Wendy Williams is still managing to hold her own. Her medical team has reassured everyone that she hasn't lost her trademark sense of humor and is getting the care she needs to stay healthy. Wendy has expressed her gratitude for all the kind thoughts and well wishes during this tough time. According to the Mayo Clinic, aphasia robs you of the ability to communicate and can impact your ability to speak, write, and understand both verbal and written language. It usually comes on suddenly after a stroke or head injury, but can also develop gradually from something like a slow-growing brain tumor or a degenerative disease. But it doesn't stop there. A family friend recently revealed in a radio interview that Wendy made the move to Florida in 2023. Radio host Miss Jones mentioned that when she did a wellness check on Wendy, the staff at her former residence told her it was several months too late. Jones reacted to this shocking news, asking, "Did they sell the unit? Is it on the market?" The staff explained, "Well, you know what happened. She was getting better, she was coming around, and then she started getting sick again because her family's in Florida and people were coming into her circle that they weren't familiar with. Like, they couldn't get access to her when they wanted. They moved her down to Florida." This reported move seems to line up with concerns over Wendy's health, and raises alarms within her family about potential exploitation by her management team. Wendy's son has spoken out, alleging that decisions about his mom's life and finances are being made without her input, even claiming that her team has frozen her out of her bank accounts. It's a worrying situation for Wendy, as her health and autonomy hang in the balance.
You know, the legends, KRS-One, you know, you put me in there and all of a sudden it's like, oh no, Wendy's a talk show lady. No.
A conspiracy theory circulating online alleges that Beyoncé may be connected to Wendy Williams' recent dementia and aphasia diagnosis. In 2023, Williams was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and progressive aphasia. In 2011, Williams speculated on her talk show that Beyoncé might have been using a fake baby bump. She aired a clip from an Australian interview where Beyoncé's baby bump appeared to fold oddly beneath her dress. Williams commented,
What is that? Is that a baby bump? I don't know. I was on bed rest the whole time. I'm not exactly sure. But I can tell you, when I would get out of the bed and sit up at a kitchen table, I wouldn't be able to sit like that.
Williams remarked that during her own pregnancy, she couldn't sit as Beyoncé did, citing concerns about her back and the baby's safety. Recently, a user on X, B. Gates Issa Pisco, linked Williams' dementia to her comments about Beyoncé's baby bump, captioning the video, "What happens after messing with Beyoncé and Jay-Z?" And apparently right after that, Wendy's health declined. So people think that it's all because she commented on Beyoncé. And given her past, we know how she abuses her power to get her opponents down. In addition to Wendy Williams' health challenges, her guardian is taking legal action against A&E Television Networks, the parent company of Lifetime, ahead of the release of a documentary about the renowned talk show host. Sabrina Morrissey, serving as Williams' temporary guardian, recently filed a sealed lawsuit against the network, as revealed in court documents obtained by Page Six.
Wendy Williams is being labeled as crazy, substance out of her mind, and now we have this progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia, or FTD.
Although the details of the lawsuit remain undisclosed due to its sealed nature, it is evident that Morrissey is seeking a temporary restraining order and an order to show cause for an injunction. While the specific reasons for the legal action are unclear, a restraining order could potentially be utilized to halt the release of the documentary or any related project. Well, that's not the end of her struggles. According to a family friend who spoke during a recent radio interview, Wendy Williams relocated to Florida in 2023. Radio host Miss Jones revealed that when she attempted a wellness check on Williams, employees at Wendy's previous residence informed her that the inquiry was several months too late. Did they sell the unit? Is it on the market? Reaction to the shocking revelation, going on to add, they said, well, you know what happened? She was getting better. She was coming around and then she started getting sick again because her family's in Florida and people were coming in her circle that they weren't familiar with. Like they couldn't get access to her when they wanted. They moved her down to Florida. The reported move to Florida aligns with the timing of revelations about Wendy Williams' health, raising concerns within her family about potential exploitation by her team. Williams' son went on record alleging that decisions were being made on behalf of his mother by her team, even to the extent of freezing her out of her bank accounts.
You know, the legends, KRS-One, you know, you put me in there and all of a sudden it's like, oh no, Wendy's a talk show lady. No.
Wendy Williams, who has kept a low profile in the media since concluding her syndicated talk show in 2022, is rumored to have been working on a new reality series. Last April, reports emerged suggesting that she had been filming at her childhood home in Ashbury Park, New Jersey. Although she spent her formative years there, her family moved to the predominantly white suburb of Wayside in 1970 due to racial unrest. Williams, known for her transparency about her early life and challenges, particularly her struggles with addiction, may be embarking on her most personal project yet with this reported reality series. However, some fans have already speculated it. They are arguing that it is all because of her feud with Diddy. One of her fans wrote, "Be somebody get Wendy Williams a MF podcast microphone or something. Not she done Avatar Ong. When the world him most, he vanished." Another one added, "You ever wake up and just miss Wendy Williams?" One more fan wrote his sentiments saying, "Wendy Williams, we speak your name, rise up and take your place." However, she believes that it is all because of the elites like Diddy and Jay-Z of the industry. It's widely acknowledged that Jay-Z, along with his wife Beyoncé, has amassed an impressive number of Grammy wins, solidifying their status as major recipients of the prestigious award. However, Kanye West has recently expressed growing frustration, particularly directed at Jay-Z. Kanye's concerns have intensified, fueled by the belief that Jay-Z's influence and connections within the industry might have played a role in Kanye's own disappointment at the Grammy Awards.
People I know that tweeted or were texting each other like, he's giving codes away.
In a 2009 episode of the Wendy Williams Experience radio show, Wendy Williams shared a recollection from her time at Hot 97, where she claimed that Sean Diddy Combs had allegedly instructed members of Total, an all-female R&B trio associated with his Bad Boy record label, to confront her. She recounted the incident, stating, "I got off the air one day. Them Total B were downstairs, and everybody upstairs at the radio station was looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down." Williams explained that her boyfriend at the time intervened and prevented the situation from escalating further. The internet comment you mentioned suggests that Wendy Williams had been exposing Sean Diddy Combs and others for their alleged misconduct while she was on the radio. The comment specifically claims that Diddy attempted to get Total, an R&B trio associated with his label, to confront her. While carving out his own unique path, Kanye West became more and more convinced that some artists were getting special treatment in the music industry. He felt like there was too much attention on Jay-Z's successes, which only stoked a sense of rivalry between them. Even though Jay-Z wields incredible influence, Kanye's determination hasn't wavered. He kept speaking out against what he saw as an unfair system, challenging the established norms of the industry. Throughout his relentless journey, Kanye found a way to establish his own distinct identity in the music scene. Interestingly, he also brought to light a connection between Jay-Z and numerology that many believe plays a huge role in the rapper's extensive power and influence today. Kanye West has made controversial claims suggesting that Beyoncé and Jay-Z are deeply involved in the occult and have been associated with past incidents of human sacrifices. Kanye, who was once closely connected to the power couple, has spoken openly about his belief in a dark group involved in such practices. Despite their seemingly genuine friendship, Kanye has asserted that not only his mother but others have been sacrificed, shedding light on a hidden and disturbing aspect of their association. The veil of silence surrounding this alleged group makes it difficult to corroborate such claims. Kanye, known for his outspoken nature, fearlessly voices his thoughts on various topics, from anti-Semitism to exposing what he believes to be instances of human sacrifices. Kanye West has boldly claimed that he is immune to control by influential figures in Hollywood, citing his lack of involvement in harmful activities. However, he pointedly mentioned a list of individuals who could be susceptible to influence, hinting at possible connections with the Illuminati and those associated with causing harm. In his words, "They can't control me. They can control Shaq and Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Ain't no name I won't say. It's up." Jay-Z, known for consistently captivating public attention, has faced speculation and scrutiny throughout his career. A particularly shocking assertion suggests that Jay-Z may have been involved in a plan to harm Pimp C, as reported by certain sources. This revelation challenges existing perceptions of Jay-Z's character, introducing a level of ruthlessness that surprises both fans and observers alike.
I had the meanest face I've ever seen. Like, I was like a little scared.
Fans, noticeably missing Wendy Williams, have sparked suspicions that something intriguing might be in the works. Wendy has a history of a prolonged feud with Sean Diddy Combs, spanning 2 decades. Recent lawsuits alleging SA and physical A against Diddy have reignited fans' desire for a Wendy Williams comeback. However, history suggests that making a return after crossing paths with Diddy can be challenging. Wendy Williams, renowned as the queen of entertainment news and gossip, has consistently addressed celebrity rumors and raised concerns about Combs throughout her media career. The persistent conflict with the music mogul may have contributed to setbacks in her professional journey. Now, with fans eagerly anticipating a Wendy Williams comeback, the lingering shadow of past conflicts with Diddy adds an extra layer of complexity to the prospect of her return.
You know, my thing about when you date a mogul, like he can hire a plane right now.
Recent reports suggest that Ray J is also the one who introduced Dees to Wendy Williams. And we all know what happened to Wendy Williams. It's no secret.
A girl accuses Ray J of pushing substance binge on Wendy Williams.
Looks like the rumors about Ray J being a handler in the industry and supplying hard substances to celebrities are true after all. Stunna Girl just dropped some major tea and she's not messing around. She accused Ray J of shoving stuff down Wendy's and Whitney's throats.
He passed away. I said, my God, somebody gave her a bad bag. I promise you, that was the first thing that came out of my mouth. And then I saw Ray J, and it all added up.
Stunna Girl's accusations caught everyone's attention fast. For one, she's been working closely with Ray J these past few months, so if anyone knows the inside scoop about his business, it's her. Second, a lot of people have already been accusing him of having a hand in Whitney's raging addiction and even her death. Stunna coming out with this just months after hanging around Ray speaks volumes, and people aren't planning to let up until Ray J is held accountable for what he did to Wendy and Whitney. And we told you before, Stunna and Ray J have been working together for a hot minute. Stunna used to be on Bad's West, a show that Ray J was co-executive producing along with Lemon and Pepper and Natalie Nunn. Their business relationship developed even more, and it was announced that Stunna was getting her own TV network called Red Rum TV. She would also be having her own reality show with Ray J as the executive producer. +.
We just coming in here to let everybody know it's official. This week was just a pre-launch where we just throwing out the trailers. And a lot of people don't understand what's really happening, what we doing, you know what I'm saying? But the anticipation is getting high.
However, not too long after this was announced, Ray J pulled out from the deal. Apparently, Stunna Girl's man, young Rich Moolah, was getting too involved in everything, and Ray J didn't like that. Ray even jumped on the official page of Red Rum TV and said, "We are not supporting Red Rum TV no more. Young Rich Moolah, grow up. Every opportunity you ruin, Stunna Girl, leave that broke man. It ain't that serious." Stunna wasn't having it, y'all. She jumped on IG and dragged Ray J for filth. "Stop speaking on me! None but a Hollywood kid who's having a midlife crisis at 50 faking a gangster image once you couldn't pay us for clout, and my husband for protection anymore. You started Trina be him. You even tattooed her face like his LMAU bi," wrote Stunna Girl on Instagram. They kept on having issues after this, but it was mostly behind the scenes, and they tried their best to keep it out of the internet's business. That was until a few days ago when Stunna jumped on IG again and went off on Ray J. This time, she didn't just throw insults at him, she flat out accused him of being behind Wendy Williams' current health issues. Let's just say this sent the internet into a frenzy. She claimed he was the one supplying her with the life-threatening substances that she was hooked on prior to her illness. Instead of constantly being worried about me, Ray J needs to focus on what he did to Wendy Williams. She ain't been the same since you took her on that D binge gang, wrote Stunna Girl in her Instagram story. This was a real shocker because no one suspected for a second that Ray had something to do with that. For those who didn't know, Wendy actually had a serious substance addiction problem dating all the way back to her days as a radio personality. She tried to get help several times over the years, but never succeeded in getting a hold on the problem. Things got worse because, in addition to her D use, she also became an A, triggering the health issues she's currently struggling with. In fact, even after Wendy got sick and doctors attributed her illness to A and Ds, her son Kevin Jr. said the people around her were still giving her A and Ds, almost like they wanted to keep Wendy in that state.
They basically said that because she was drinking so much, it was starting to affect her headspace and her brain. I think they said it was alcohol-induced dementia.
And for those wondering why the industry would intentionally destroy Wendy, she was actually one of the first people to openly speak about industry parties and closeted rappers in the game. At one point, she even accused Diddy of being closeted, but he blackballed her and threatened her life so much that she had to flee New York because it wasn't safe for her anymore.
Whatever reason dude was playing with Puff, he went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. Some girls that was taking pictures.
Now this is where things get even more interesting. After Stunna made those allegations about Ray J supplying Wendy with Ds, people did some digging. They found out that Ray J has been making secret visits to Wendy at her rehab these past few months. The paparazzi even caught him with her not too long ago. People believe he went to see her to ensure she was still getting those Ds because, as we said before, the industry intentionally did this to keep her quiet. Wendy knows too much, and who better to do the job than Ray J? Some of you might not know this, but Ray J has been accused of being a handler in the industry for years. People believe he was even involved in Whitney Houston's death, just like Wendy. Allegedly, he also supplied substances to Whitney, including the ones she overdosed on. In fact, when Stunna made these allegations about Ray giving Wendy Ds, the first person people brought up was Whitney. One person wrote, "Ray J is a shady character. I can't say for sure he did something to Wendy, but he was on footage leaving Whitney's hotel before her demise." Another one added, "Ray J is very suspicious to me. Why is he always around older women that have D issues? I have always wondered why he is around Wendy because they don't even look like they have anything in common to be friends. I don't like Wendy, but I pray God protects her." At the time of Whitney's death, she was in a relationship with Ray J, and there were rumors that he was paid by Clive Davis to assist in her demise. Ray's alleged role was to supply Whitney with hard substances and encourage her severe de-addiction, which she was struggling with for years. Despite Whitney's attempts to seek help through rehab, she tragically passed away on February 11, 2012. Jaguar Wright alleges that Whitney's death had absolutely nothing to do with a heart attack like her autopsy report suggests, and that she actually had several injuries on her body when she was found.
Saw her body. She didn't just die in a tub, like she was beat up.
But that's not all, because according to Jaguar, Ray J was working hand-in-hand with Clive Davis and Diddy to delete Whitney as a form of alleged ritualistic sacrifice to move up in the ranks of Hollywood.
I know that you were the first, one of the first ones at Clive's party to speak about Whitney's passing the other day.
Yes.
And that was, did you know her well?
Yes, I did.
When it comes to Ray J and Diddy, they've actually been friends for quite some time, and it's not hard to find several videos and photos of them together online. Rage is a regular attendee of Diddy's freak-off parties, and he's hinted at Diddy being his role model on several occasions.
This guy right here, one of the hip-hop entrepreneur young legends. He's in my gang. He gets money. Yes, he does.
Yes, I'm inspired though. God is good.
Ray J shared his take on why celebs are keeping mum about Diddy's legal troubles. In a video posted by TMZ on YouTube, Ray J chatted with a cameraman about Diddy's ongoing legal battles. When asked why some of Diddy's closest pals haven't spoken up, Ray J gave a pretty reasonable explanation. He wasn't surprised by the silence, suggesting that celebs are just trying to wrap their heads around the serious allegations and waiting to see how it all pans out.
Big question mark. Pray for everybody though. Prayers go up for everybody.
And according to recent sources and reports, it is revealed that Ray J, Jay-Z, and Diddy possibly work together, and Beyonce, with the help of them, can do anything she wants. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.